For the question 2, it's a conditional probability. For the first, it's asked that find the p(x2) equals to 1. To calculate this one, we need to firstly find the px1, and then we can get px2 equals to 1. So we can depart this probability into two parts. One is that px2 equals 1 when x1 equals to 0, and px2 equals to 1 when x1 equals to 1. And for the first is we can get it is from the condition in the problem that px2 it will equals to 0.2 times 0.4, and it is the first probability, and the second is that the 0.7 times 0.8. It is equals to 0.64. This is the answer, and it's simple, probably easy. And for the problem B, we need to find px3 equals to 1. So to find it, we need to. There are also two possibilities. The first is that px3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 0, and px3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 1. It is from that we can get from the question A that this probability is it is a 0.4 times 1 minus 0.64 at 0.7 times 0.64, and the answer is 0. As this. And for the problem C, we need to find p when x1 equals to 0, when x3 equals to 1. For this problem, we can assume that also it has two possibilities. First, we can find this probability p when x1 equals to 0 and x3 equals to 1. This probability is same as the method as before, as a problem that we have solved above at 0.4 times 0.7, and this is answer. And from the formula, we can get that px10 s1 equals to px1 is 0 s3 is 1 divided by px3 equals to 1. x3 equals to 1 from the question B, we get that. So this is the final answer. And for the problem D, we need to find limits when n equals to infinity pxn equals to 0. We can assume that this p equals to what about a? So from the condition, we can get that limit pxn plus 1 equals to 0, p p x1 this is xn plus 1 equals to equals to 1. So this probability we can get is p, we can call it p1 is p2 is equals to 1 minus a, and from this we can get a this times the times this one. This is the method that we use as before. We can just need to times something and add them up. For this formula, this also, because it n goes to infinity, the result is also a 1 minus a. So from this equation we can easily get p a equals to 3 divided by 7. So this is the final answer of this question. P x1 equals to 0. Limit p xn equals to 0. 3 divided by 7.